Hey there, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking all about consistency. Where I want to start with this is actually giving you guys a little bit of a background story on my goals when it came to content creation for my social media platforms. So when I was about 19 years old, I knew that I wanted to start a YouTube channel and I wanted to not work for someone, and I did not want a 9-to-5 job, and then I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. So I made a dream board, I posted all the pictures on there, I had, spoke out, I put it out in the universe that I wanted to be a successful YouTuber, that I wanted to be an influencer, and all these things. I went into all the research on, how to be successful on YouTube, how to build my Instagram platform, and all of that good stuff. I ran into a lot of issues because I was raised in a very sheltered way, and because of this, I did not know how to do a lot by myself. Like, I wasn't really allowed to do those kind of things for myself growing up. I didn't really have a lot of friends. I wasn't allowed to kind of figure things out on my own. So when I became an adult, I basically felt like I had to kind of discover like who I was, what I liked, and then learning how to do everything for myself. I know a lot of us have this issue, especially when we have parents who do a lot for us. So anyways, after establishing my goals, I was like, okay, now I'm just gonna, get to work on this project. And around this time, early 2020, and I had started recording workout videos and putting them on my YouTube channel. And I was consistent for probably a solid maybe 2 months where I was putting out content at least once a week. And then I ran into some other challenges, obviously, when it came to my work situation. That's around the time when COVID hit, and basically stuff just kind of hit the fan. And throughout my life, I noticed that I had struggled, and I still do struggle with this, with being consistent for longer than like 2 to 3 months. And I would always question myself and be like, why is it that I, can stick to something for a couple months, but then it kind of just falls off, especially when it comes to things like my business goals and, creating financial freedom for myself, or anything where it's like, if I really want it badly, it's almost like those are the things that I struggle the most with when it comes to consistency. I would say the thing that I'm the most consistent with is my gym routine and things like that. But even when it comes to eating, like my nutrition, I've struggled with that too, and sticking to what I say I'm going to do. What I've discovered is that you have to believe in your goals. You have to believe in yourself in order for you to take action and to be consistent. This has been the most crucial thing I have discovered about myself, and that hopefully this can help you as well, because if you don't believe that you can do something, you're not going to take the action steps to get there. And this is what I determined was my biggest challenge when it came to my lack of consistency and starting my YouTube channel and being consistent with it, being consistent with even posting on Instagram. And this was because in the back of my head, every single time I would, begin to be consistent with it, by month 2, I would have those thoughts come in my head like, oh yeah, you're never going to be successful on YouTube. You're never going to make it. Why are you even trying? This isn't going to happen for you. And little did I know that I was listening to these negative voices in the back of my head that were telling me that I wasn't going to make it, and I was listening to the negative programming instead of continuing to put one foot in front of the other. And the funny thing is, I wasn't even aware of this. Like, I wasn't even aware of the fact that I was being held back by these negative belief systems. And so doing the healing work and the shadow work and the self-awareness, and even just diving more into like my subconscious beliefs, I've discovered that I have all these things that are holding me back. And it isn't that I'm not worthy of the goal. Doesn't mean that I can't achieve the goal. It means that I don't believe that I can do it. And the truth is, you can do anything in the world if you truly believe in yourself and you believe that you can do it. And so that was the biggest like aha moment for me, was when I discovered that the main thing holding me back from my consistency was my belief in myself. Okay, and then the second thing I wanted to touch on is a little bit more triggering, so I'll give you guys a trigger warning. I've been going through up and down mood swings and depression for probably about 3 years now, and this is something that I really don't touch on very often. I don't really talk about because I've been really embarrassed, honestly, to share it with people, just because I felt like I'd always been the person to talk about having a positive mindset, and going to gratitude when things are rough and stuff like that. And so I felt like, if anything, coming out and saying I was going through a hard time and depressed and stuff like that, I was like a hypocrite or something. But the truth is, we all struggle. We all go through hard times. And I know that a lot of what I've been going through with my mental health has to do with, trauma from my past, which is something that I'm continually working through and working on. So it's not something that's like one and done, but it's a process. And with that being said, that's another thing that had been holding me back for a long time when it came to my goals, my career, even my health, because I would have, these rough patches, where I'd be super depressed or sad for like a week to a month at a time, to the point where I would literally stop caring about my goals. I would stop caring about my health, and nothing really mattered because I was going through such a hard time. And so I wanted to touch on this because I know that a lot of us go through these hard times, and I feel like the best thing that we can do for ourselves during those times is be kinder and have more compassion for yourself, and understand that you're going to make it through, and depressing how you feel is only going to prolong your process and make it harder and more painful for you. And I can say this from my own experience. I realized that me depressing how I was feeling was actually making it way worse. And in my personal opinion, a lot of depression comes from literally the word depressing. Like, the word depression, basically, it sounds like you're depressing something. And so I really do believe that the core of it is something that we are so afraid to feel or to face that we stuff it down. And I know for me, that was a big part of it. I'm not going to say that there aren't people who seriously do struggle with imbalances, because there's obviously things like imbalances in our brain, but I'm just speaking on my own personal experience. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a professional, but I've been through my own ups and downs. I've been through my own hard times, and I know what it's like to struggle and to be in that place where nothing really matters. You're going through a really shitty, hard time. And so that was honestly another reason why I felt that I wasn't progressing in my life, was because all I wanted to do was move forward. All I wanted to do was chase my dreams and my goals. But what I was really doing was bulldozing all of the healing and the growth that needed to happen so that I can get to my goals and my dreams even faster. Because as a lot of you may know, we have belief systems, we have subconscious programming that is in the back of our mind. And if we don't heal and process and become aware of those patterns, those are actually going to run and rule our life. So in my personal opinion, it's much smarter to do the healing work and learn these things about yourself before you're chasing after the goals, because then you don't really have to force so much. The things that you want and the things that are for you, they're going to come into your life a lot more naturally and without so much effort, because you've removed the blockages. kind of goes back to like all the law of attraction and everything like that. You don't attract the things that you want, you attract the things that you are. So become a vibrational match to the things that you want to have in your life, and boom, boom, it comes into your life effortlessly. So that's pretty much it when it comes to what I wanted to talk to you guys about. And we all know consistency is key. And for a long time, I just denied it. I didn't even want to believe that it was true because, like I said, I know what it's like to struggle with consistency and lack of belief in yourself. And that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you like this video. Leave me a comment below if you guys have any video ideas for me. It really does help me put out more content. And then give me a like, help support the channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.